Alright, and it looks like we're off to the races here. The streamers are not... they gotta match it up real quick. Give it a second. Just give it a second. I think it's matched up now. Okay, yeah, so the main difference between Xbox and N64 is what you're looking at right here, is that Xbox, you can't skip the text. So he's literally having to go through all this bottles text, and you'll notice that a lot throughout the run. Over here on the left, we have Rpgodfather, and he is clearly having some issues backflipping up this. I mean, keeps going back and forth. That must be the 8th try. Alright, so off to a little rocky start for him. Pixel, the main thing about Pixel is if he makes any bad mistake here, as far as like if he doesn't get bottle skip or something like that, he's gonna have to talk to bottles. So like a minor mistake for Xbox can actually lead to more time lost than N64, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, Xbox is slower because of that tech stuff, but it doesn't lag, so you're able to go faster, and like in the later levels, I think like you can do Click Clock Wood faster than you can in 64. I could be wrong about that, but it's definitely, your end game's definitely faster than your earlier game for sure. So yeah, exactly. Can't skip text. It sounds awful, and they've actually tried. They tried their best to talk to the supporters about it. I'll talk about that later. Let me kind of get into the basics of it. So right now they have a Furnace Fun move thing to set up, so that once they enter Mumbo's Mountain, they can have all of their moves at once, except for like eggs and feathers and stuff like that. But for right now, until we get to Mumbo's Mountain, we really can only roll and flutter. It's just kind of a roll and flutter thing. So that's pretty much all you can do until we hit Mumbo's Mountain. And the point of this level is just to get the 6 empty honeycombs. So it's pretty basic. There's not much to it. But it's actually like really difficult. Like it's pretty precise to do it really fast. So you see a lot of runners reset on this split. Alright, it looks like Rpgodfather almost got the bottle skip. We've seen a lot of the newer runners get really close to getting it and just barely trigger it, but that's only like a 2-second time loss. Let me check Discord real quick, sorry. Oh, yeah, I guess I am behind here, hold on. Sorry, I keep doing that. Trying to read chat. Okay. So now that I'm actually up to speed, so yeah, he got the first Jiggy, he opens up the level, and yeah, so as soon as he gets through this loading zone, and I don't know why, like we don't know why it's this loading zone, but as soon as he gets through this loading zone, he should be able to enter Talon Trot, if he set up FFM properly. And yeah, there we go. He's in Talon Trot, yet he didn't actually learn Talon Trot, and he should be jumping around. I don't know why he was just walking, but everywhere you should be going, you should just be jumping, jumping, jumping. And it can get really, you'll hear Kazooie make that same noise over and over throughout the run, which just means that you're going fast. And then on the right, I'm trying to focus on both. It's really difficult to solo commentate. So yeah, so up here, I'm really curious to see how RPG ends up doing this slope glitch here. Will he stay in Talon Trot? No, he does not. Oh, he just slides right off. Okay, this is very interesting. So he's just trying to utilize this slope abuse, which is where you take the shadow and you go over the slope and jump off of it within a second. But if you don't jump off of it within that second, then you'll slide off. And then once you get your shadow off of it, it resets the timer, so you can just keep jumping back and forth and back and forth. Sounds easy, is actually kind of difficult to do in this tower area. And then here's Pixel. Honestly, I have no idea the Xbox route. This is a way different route. He is doing way different things. So I don't even know what to expect from Pixel's route. So honestly, I can follow RPGs is better. So yeah, I don't even know if you guys know anything about Pixel. He's a good person, great streamer, great runner. He's been off playing Banjo not very much recently, so he's definitely rusty. Which is, like I said, a lot of these tournament players were really rusty, so it's good that this tournament is happening because we're all coming out and playing and de-rusting, so. Yes, it is weird to have two different versions run against each other, but at the same time, like, Pixel is faster than RPG, so, like, in the end, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Your skill level is still your skill level. Pixel actually had a much better time for me for a while there, but N64 is faster, so it definitely gives me the advantage to play on that console. But it can be really hard to switch over. That's the real problem, is that switching back is really hard. But like Pixel, like the thing about it is like he has to learn so many other things because of all these different routes. I don't even know how he did it. Like he had to learn all this stuff between him and Shadowworm. So that must have taken a lot of effort. Like there's not a lot of documentation or anything on it. So it just goes to show like what great lengths you'll go to play on whatever you're comfortable with. So yeah, here's RPG gonna try to... Oh, I guess he did Conga already. Here, let's watch Pixel do Conga. Okay, Pixel does it normally as well. Huh, everyone does it normally now. Oh dang, Dave, I can't believe that. No, this was anything. I think we even allowed PAL. Alright, see, RPG needs to jump. Someone needs to tell him, press A, bro. Just keep pressing A. Just press A, man. Come on. Just jump around. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Alright. Yeah, I am exhausted, guys, to be honest. And my roommate actually did come home, and I wasn't expecting him to be here tonight, so I will have to cut it short. It looks like Deadxxdead is actually going to be able to take over, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But, sorry, I've been commentating for like, I don't know, like probably 5 hours today. But hey, you gotta do it for the tournament, man. This tournament's great. Yeah, so just wanna, and so the very last Jiggy that you'll get per level, you have to do extra dance. So most of the time you'll see them try to skip it, so one way or another, whether it's via water or just a bunch of different methods. And someone just joined.
Hello, hello.
Morning. Good timing. Good timing.
Morning, dude.
How's it going?
It's alright, I was watching some stream, play a little bit of League.
Yeah, slept a little bit?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, took a little nap?
Yeah.
Poor RPG wasn't able to get... Hey, so do you know anything about RPG? Dead?
Is that his full name?
RP, like, it's so weird, Rpgodfather.
Rpgodfather, no, I don't have any intel on him.
Okay, no intel. We don't know anything about this guy. I mean, apparently he's someone's godfather, it's just... who, but...
Interesting.
Alright, this is really tough, especially for newer runners. Let's see if he's able to get this. No, that's just short. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just do it the safe way, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really safe way.
Yeah. kind of hard to do it the other way.
Oh wow, they're not affiliated with SRL. Interesting.
They got Pixel, the Xbox runner, and Godfather on emulator, or just N64?
This looks like N64, but I mean, emulator and N64 look pretty similar. Okay, so he's talking to the first Printil though.
Wow.
This is interesting. And he doesn't skip text either. He goes through the entire text. Okay. All right.
2 Printil, does this run? Maybe.
Wait, no, Pixel's Xbox.
Yeah, he's Xbox.
Yeah. Just making
This
sure
is
you knew that.
Xbox, he can't skip,
Yeah, he can't skip text.
One of the flaws of Xbox.
Yeah, definitely. One of the flaws of ukulele. Am I right? Like.
Yeah, the intro for ukulele is so long.
Yeah, they made a skip or something like that, but.
Hopefully any percent runners can...
Yeah, Xbox does have a lot of advantages. Like, the text skip is such a big disadvantage, though. I think that just counteracts a lot of it. But yeah, it has a lot of advantages. It has, like I said, less lag. And it has, yeah, you can't lose items when you die. So... Xbox is a very forgiving run. It's just, like, a little annoying to deal with all the text. And like, at the end of the game, like, so there's the cauldron that shoots you up. And if you trigger it, it talks to you. And if you're on N64, it will talk to you for an entire minute. So if you accidentally trigger that text, that's an extra minute that you have to sit there. So if you're on PB pace like -45 or something and you hit that, it's over.
Yeah, that's a bad
Just
time.
like, it's really unfortunate to be right there at the end of the run.
It's time to collect Blubber's gold. Hopefully he gets good RNG, and he's not in South Africa.
Yeah, Pixel did that good strata jumping up there at the beginning of the level. That was nice. Let's see how he does on the cycles.
Oh yeah, since
I think Clankers is all the same. I don't know. I don't think there's a different route between Xbox Clankers and N64.
I don't think so.
I think this is like the one level that it's the same.
It's Pixel's an Xbox runner. He has to run Clankers. This is the second level instead of TTC as usual.
Yeah, that's what's really weird about this. But at least by the time they come out of both splits, we'll basically know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty clear at this point, but...
Yeah, Xbox runners do this, I think, to get more resources. It looks like Godfather didn't get the good RNG. It could have been worse though.
Guys, stop saying it's unfair. It's not unfair. There's no one that's unfair here. There's gonna be someone that's better than the other person, no matter who we put against each other. It's all about times. Don't think about it like that. Like, this is fair. Xbox and N64 coexist on the speedrun.com leaderboards. So does PAL, so does all of it. All the versions can coexist as one. Can't we just not discriminate, Breeze?
Yeah.
You know?
I
Like, what is this, 2017? Oh, is this 2017? I don't know, but pretty sure it is.
There was an era where emulator was just shamed, shunned upon.
Dude, emulator is still shunned upon, but
Yeah.
but I'm here to unify everyone. Okay, we're all one.
It's like Godfather doesn't really aim when he's flying. Like, he uses the R button. He doesn't do that. jump shots by lazy. The shot's too lazy. It'd be really a giant pain. Pretty easy to get them if you like zoom in your camera. It's a lot quicker.
Oh yeah, sorry for not explaining it. I've explained everything 3 times today, so I just forget that you guys don't know everything. So yeah, so let's see, RPG, what's he gonna do here? He's gonna go into flight and beak bomb. Okay, that was a very strange beak bomb. He is gonna have to go very low now. Okay, wow, he got it.
Yeah, there's 2 ways of getting those types of jiggies. Either like downwards like that, or your feet to the ground first.
Yeah. Yeah, feet to the ground is slower, that's why it's safer. It's like easier to do it, because it's slower. That's why like head first. You see like better runners do that, but it's so like risky. Oh, poor Pixel. Oh, okay, actually, he kind of saved it.
Oh yeah, he saved that.
Yeah.
A good time getting those rings are around like 20 seconds or 22.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to like fall in the water if you miss that and then screw everything up. But also,
yeah,
like,
get, like 18.
It's just a lot different too when you make a mistake in Xbox, because there's no lag. Like, when you fall in the water on N64, it's like, like, you can like feel the frames slowing down. It's like with Xbox, everything just runs so smoothly.
Yeah. You can quick dive to get the honeycomb, but Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather is going for it, but oh, he just got rejected. I mean, straight rejected.
Yeah.
That was bad. But you know, it's really actually a pretty hard thing if you don't practice it a lot, so I hate to criticize that much, but
once you're in there, because you need to find like a sweet spot inside Nipper's like eyeball.
Oh yeah, he's got the G spot there somewhere. You just gotta find it.
Yeah. There's an invisible G spot somewhere.
It's to the left. That's the secret. Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. It's to the left. I promise.
Slightly to the left. Alright, Godfather picked up those eggs there. I don't know, most people don't do it, but I do it because I run out of resources so quick. Testing your gobies and you miss all the eggs. Fox is a different route in Clankers. But it's not as different. Just
yeah, so Pixel's just gonna beak bomb through the little tentacle. I mean, the stream's always sponsored by something. Always.
Yeah.
There's always a sponsorship, otherwise it wouldn't be running. But yeah, I mean, for now it's just water. We'll let you know if it changes.
Good old water.
There's plenty of water between Treasure Trove Cove and Clinker's Cavern, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Alright, Godfather's going for something pretty difficult if you haven't practiced it.
RPG is just coming straight down. I don't know what this is, but this is an interesting
yeah,
here.
he used an extra flap, but he didn't need to.
Wait, what's he gonna do about the honeycomb? Wait, did he get the honeycomb?
He'll probably get it next. No, he didn't get it.
This? Wait, what's he doing?
Oh, he forgot.
Oh no, he gets in the water. No, he gets in the
Really?
water after.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
That's something you don't see every day.
I mean, it's not optimal, but it's. I guess he won't mess it up or something. I don't know. I really don't know why he would do that. Oh, it bounces right off the frickin' chest.
Part of me feels like he actually forgot.
I don't think he forgot. Yeah, he's going for it. Look at that. Look at that. What is
Uh,
that? Alright, whatever.
It's unique.
Oh my god, he just got trolled by freaking. I'm sorry, that's me.
That's fine. We don't judge here.
This is fine. This is
Cool.
fine. This is fine. We're okay.
This is fine meme.
Oh, this is great. I get to see all these different runners and all their different routes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. I guess I didn't think about the health. But it was a weird way to take damage because he got like glitched against the box.
Solve my puzzle and win a prize. If you don't know the code for this, just look on the wall. I didn't know that as a kid, but...
What? Where? I don't see it. I don't see the wall.
It's on the
Where?
wall.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it now. Okay, thank you. I didn't know what we were spelling.
Kazooie, but there's no dash.
Yeah, that's like where's... Actually, like, that's the thing, dude. There's one dash on that wall. But if you look on the front cover, like, there's 2 dashes.
Oh yeah.
What happened to the second dash?
I don't know.
Like, that's the question. So,
It's disappeared. I think, yeah, Godfather messed up the death warp. He's supposed to jump up on the Jiggy when he has 1 HP. He had 2. Should be good.
alright, yeah, so now they're trading levels, so... Godfather's going to Clinkers, and Pixel's going to Treasure Trove. That is the difference between N64 and Xbox. So yeah, soon they'll co-align and Pixel will be ahead. That's my prediction. But I don't take sides as a commentator. It's completely unbiased. But as a gambling man, I do have a say in the matter. So...
Gambling man, do you still gamble, Lazy?
Dude, what do you think I'm doing right now? No, I'm just kidding. Did Godfather miss notes? Hold on, let me pause the game for him. No, I'm just kidding, I can't do that, but... I'm sure we'll find out later.
Yeah, we're gonna take a brief pause and message Godfather if you miss any notes.
There was never a notification for Godfather getting 100. Oh gosh.
So we're about to find out.
No, we won't. When are we gonna find out?
After the level's over and he opens the next door.
Alright guys, we're about to find out. 15 minutes. Jesus, man. Alright, no. We're not about to find out, but we can find out. I mean, there's always such thing as like the rewind feature of Twitch, but...
Twitch replays. I remember a time where Clanker had skin.
Yo, Snacker looks so much different in the Xbox version. Like, not like physically, but in the text thing.
Yeah.
His little
Changed it up a
icon.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the new icons in Xbox look a little too creepy.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, what do you expect from Microsoft?
That good quality.
That good quality game. That nuts and bolts.
Speak of that, that's not even a thing. That's not a game. It's non-existent.
What?
Nuts and bolts. See, like now I said it. Now I'm cursed.
Yeah, you didn't say it, so... It exists. I didn't make it up in my head.
Yeah. Good RNG for Blubber, Nina. It's a bad day for Blubber.
Yeah, agreed.
A hippo who cannot swim, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so Blubber's RNG, and you just try to get in the right spot to get the Jikki to spawn on you. And, you know, we do that for a lot of different things. Like, we do that in Bubble Gloop Swamp. There's a few places that we pull that off.
Looks like Godfather finished the loop session. I don't think he's got a good loop cycle though.
Yeah, I've been trying to focus on Pixel, so it's so hard for me to do these two like completely separate runs at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like so much
like
different.
The left.
Alright, he's doing this a very strange way. I don't even know. He did it like backwards. That was really weird.
Oh wow.
I
yeah.
don't know what he did
I
there.
don't even know if he's gonna get
I don't know if he knew what he was doing, to be honest. I think he entered through the wrong side.
Yeah, he's not gonna get it.
No, he missed it by miles. But it's not a big deal, because he's a new runner, so... It's probably actually not bad. Pixel, on the other hand, I can't tell how his run is going.
Yeah.
A strange beak bomb there. What's up with all these beak bombs? I do not like these strategies.
It's a new.
Use. Look at that. Oh, he landed. See? You see?
Oh boy.
This is why we do these things, people. This is why you get called out, because it's all for the best. Like, there's so many things I do wrong in this game, like, so...
Yeah, like, soft locking?
Like, soft locking and watching and laughing at it. Yes.
That was so good. I'm sure many people clipped it.
That was classic. In a race, like, in my first race of the tournament, like, what the heck? I guess it's better than, like, having it happen in a single elimination. That would be triggering. Yeah, I've always thought about that. Like what about stop and swap? Like, we all just forget about that. That's not allowed. But at the same time, it's like there's a reason there's a max percent. Like, actually, there isn't. That's the worst part. We don't have a max percent. We've talked about it. We've like made all the rules for the max percent. Like, max percent is the most, like, is the, I don't know. Like, the fact that we have a sand castle percent, but we don't have a max percent. I just don't get it.
Yeah, what is max percent? Like collecting all Mumbo tokens?
It's collecting, no. It's not even collecting all the Mumbo tokens. It's collecting, it's doing all the cauldrons, activating all the cauldrons, getting, like, the double health, getting, like, opening up all the note doors. Like, there's a lot of, like, little extra things that you have to do. But you don't have to get all the tokens, still. The tokens are just pretty much only for transformations and our speedruns. Like, we never make a big deal out of them. Because, like, no one... Because, alright, how many notes are there in the game? 900. How many Jikki are there in the game? 100. How many Mumbo tokens are there in the game? No one knows! What's the answer? No one knows the answer to that, like... We don't know. Like, we know every detail about every part of this game, but we don't know how many tokens there are. Like,
Mumbo tokens? What? It's definitely not
no one cares. That's what I'm saying. No one cares. There'll never be a Mumbo tokens run because no one cares about them. It's sad, but it's the truth.
It's definitely not 100% if you don't collect the mystery eggs and the key.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Something like that. There's 115 tokens. That sounds like way more than I thought.
my god, no way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a bunch that we want to skip a lot. There's so many that are like far away and no one even wants to touch it.
Yeah, Banjo doesn't have that many meme runs because like most of the people that are like the head, I don't know, like the people that consider themselves the leaders of the community, they mainly just like don't like memes, or they just, you know, they don't wanna be on one side or the other. They think memeing or accepting memes is being on one side or the other.
I kind of feel like it's the school at a lunch table, where you there's the cool kids table and then there's the whatever table. Whatever table is the meme table. Oh. Looks like LazyBearBanjo is disconnected. We'll be back momentarily. I know what Godfather is doing. He's abusing like this line where you don't get hit by the fans, so all you gotta do is just walk right on it. You don't get hit, but he's having a bad time trying to get it. Yeah, you usually don't get hit at all if you get it correctly. Looks like Pixel is about to finish up this level. It's almost finished. It takes about I don't know, 30 seconds to finish that mini game. And then Death Warp and see if Godfather attempts a quick dive right here. He'll just do it the safe way. Doing a completely different route, never mind. Usually when you get that jiggy, you just quick dive and then enter the Mutee snippets room. But he's doing a completely different route. Okay, now he's entering. If you can kill those mutiny snippets correctly, you can jump on the pole and get the jiggy, save some time. But he's doing it really... Yeah, this is something you don't see in a casual run. Something you don't see in a speed run. Because there's a way to just do it quicker if you did it really differently. What Pixel is doing is he's gonna open Freeze Easy Peak. And the reason he's not taking like boots is because it's much faster too. It's fine if he takes damage because there's the honey hive nearby. Now Godfather has all the jiggies, now he just needs to collect some nuts and honeycombs and he should be set. Yeah, those are the final notes. It's PB because of all the mistakes he has, but that's fine. Looks like he's gonna drown. I don't remember him collecting the honeycomb, but I think he has it. Yeah, Pixel is definitely in the lead now. There's an egg in that Jiggy. Sometimes you dead zone the egg when you ground pound and it doesn't register and the egg doesn't break at all. You just have to move slightly to the X and it'll break. Pixel has 2 HP, he has to be really careful not to fall off on this section. Dead. Banjo-Kazooie, and you have to restart and collect the notes again. Rpgodfather collected all the notes. I completely forgot to look. It looks like Pixel got the quick Jiggy since he was right on top of it when it spawned. See if he goes for safe huts or he's just gonna jump the huts. Yeah, he's just gonna jump it. It's pretty easy once you practice it. Oh, it looks like he fell down. Yeah, that's still fine. He's okay. You can either just ground pound and there's like a jump pad inside the huts, or you can just jump on top of the huts. Just faster, but can be risky sometimes if you don't practice it. What's coming up next is if he gets the egg shot inside the practice and hit the grunty button at the same time, he'll cut one of the cutscenes. It doesn't look like he'll get it. Didn't get it, so won't be able to see that. Godfather is now entering Bubble Group. Maybe he'll get ahead if Pixel dies. Hopefully not. Still anyone's game. Now Pixel's making his way to a giant turtle, and inside the turtle is even more turtles, which is the Tip-Tups. Small mini game, but you have to remember what colors are making what noise. That last Croctus can be a real pain sometimes because he opens his mouth and closes it really fast. And plus there's a buzz bomb right there. it might kill you depending on how much HP you have. So it's easier to shoot. I'm not sure duo dunk. You'll have to talk to the person behind the screen about that. I'm not sure if Lazy's coming back or not. Said something about his Discord crashing. Hopefully he'll come back. A little section Godfather just did is pretty easy to slide down. It's like a small little part right there. Simply die and be over. But still anyone's game. I'm not sure if he has a new route and an outdated route. Because the way he did clankers was a little different than what usually the runners do. And he's going for safe hut, so that's a good idea. He's pressing the grunty button, so I don't think he's going for that strat where you skip the other cutscene.
Hey, are you reading chat?
Yeah, I just read it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just want to let you know I'm getting off, so. Sorry, Bray, I have to. My roommate's going to bed, but, good luck on the rest of the commentary, and I'll probably do another one with you another time, so.
Yeah. Alright, that's cool.
Alright, see you, Bray.
Later. Alright, looks like I'll be doing solo commentary since he's going to bed. Seems like Pixel is doing if you have enough HP, you can just jump in the water and take the damage. It's faster that way. If not, you can just take the boots, which is a little bit slower. Pixel's taking his sweet time with this one. Can easily fall off. Pixel just collected a Mumbo token behind Mumbo's hut. Usually you don't collect that Mumbo token anymore because there's a faster one, but I think he's gonna get more tokens. He uses a different route. And it's very crucial that he doesn't die. Otherwise he has to recollect the notes again. So if he loses to Vile, Godfather's definitely gonna be in the lead. Perhaps. Okay, so the mini game here is you have to collect these red little things called grumblies. Actually, yumblies, depending on which round you are, but first round's pretty easy, so you're just gonna collect resources. Round 2 is where it gets a little bit difficult. You end up getting 30 of those yumblies, you get an extra life, but it doesn't really matter in a speedrun. So yeah, those yellow snakes are the grumblies, you can't... Yeah, if you eat them, you just get like pause for a few seconds. Vile would slightly get ahead. And each round makes Vile a little bit faster, so that's why it gets difficult. Round 3 is the hardest. Coming up next is round 3. You see why it's a little difficult, because it shows an image on the screen which ones you have to eat. Every 10 seconds it changes. If you don't have the speed shoes, that's why you always need the speed shoes. It seems like Pixel will be able to win. Not too far behind. Yeah, he finished the minigame, now he's off to finish the rest of the level. Just needs to collect a few more notes and the Jinjo and he should be fine. He's gonna Death Warp on that Buzz Bomb that's nearby. Sometimes the Buzz Bomb can get stuck on that pole, which is kinda rare. If that happens, he'll have to like walk all the way back. He's stuck inside, but he was low enough for him to get killed. Rpgodfather's not too far behind, so he can catch up. Pixel's going for one of the Gruntilda layer jiggies. It's much faster that way than going to the other way, which is much slower. There's a third way to do it, but it's pretty difficult. Now he's just activating stuff, getting ready for the next level, which is Gobi's Valley. I'm not sure if Xbox runners do it, but usually after that you would want to poop some eggs into the web. We just pass, so that way we can activate something on top of it later. Yeah, that little circle, you need to shoot eggs, but I don't think he's gonna do that. There's a jiggy inside there. If you roll or shoot eggs into it, you'll just get it pretty quickly. Activate it, because you can just get it that way. Just faster. I also have no idea if Xbox runners do Gobi clip. Seems like Pixel missed the that note right there where I think it was intended. And he got swaggering too, so maybe he'll get the second ring jump. It's like a 25% chance that it spawns right there, but I don't think he's going for it. Yeah, he's not going for it. Seems like he's definitely going for Gobi clip. But I'm sure the setup could be different or easier. I'm not so sure. But he got it really fast, so could be easier. Or he just got really lucky. Like Pixel's missing some egg shots. Pretty easy to miss the egg shots if you don't aim it correctly. Yeah, he missed about 4 egg shots in total. Pretty crucial because you'll need every single egg in this level, because you need to shoot a lot of stuff. Godfather is finished. Bubble Goop Swamp is making his way to Gobi's. Pixel was doing right there, he was pointing the camera to himself. That way that ring statue doesn't spawn, because if you're looking the direction that ring statue is gonna spawn in, he'll just spawn right away. But if you're abusing the camera, you can make it so where you can jump right on top of it as soon as it spawns. There's a total of about 4 pyramids in this level, and you have to enter each one. One in a route, but usually the last one is the one that has water in it. Matching game, it's pretty easy to memorize, it's always the same. And there's a mummy in here. Gold feather, but you can just always ground pound them. Yeah, he gold feathered him. Here's a Mumbo token in here, so it's pretty easy just to get it really quick. It doesn't waste time that much. A good time in this minigame is like a 70. Let's get a 56. Pretty bad, but it's not too bad. Yeah, there's some different strats and routes, because Xbox is different. Xbox has different routes compared to N64. So you gotta do Clanker's Cavern. It's the second level for Xbox. Well, the second level for Treasure Trove. Sometimes when you beak bomb into those ring statues, they don't register. Once you go inside, sometimes it doesn't register at all. He's gonna try to get this grab a Jiggy, and he got it. Sometimes the grabble will just grab you down. It's kind of rare. See, like what he just did to him. Wow. Kind of rare for him to pull you down if you're in the bad spot. Pixel almost slipped down, which would have been pretty bad. If he slipped down, he would have to reactivate the pyramid again. But I lost a bunch of time. If way instead of Gobi Clip. I think he messed up Gobi Clip, so he had to shoot 2 eggs in that statue's nose. I don't think he has to shoot any more eggs because the pyramid has been lifted up all the way. So he's good now. Oh wow, that's... Pixel just died. Yeah, that's not good. Pixel just died on the cactus. Pretty easy to get killed on the cactus. That's one of the fastest ways you can die is on the cactus. There's not really any invincibility frames once you're on that cactus. So now he has to redo the statues and collect the notes. To get in the lead.
Hey.
Is that NotDavie?
That is. I'm joining you for some commentary.
Nice.
So I missed most of the beginning of the run, but they're both in Gobies, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, Pixel just died, so Godfather is gonna be in the lead.
Ooh.
Yeah, Xbox is slower, but it has its ups and downs. It has its benefits. It has reduced lag, that's for sure.
Yeah, and also the saved notes is a huge deal when it comes to dying, so that's actually not super bad for Pixel. Doesn't lose anything, he just has to go back from the start.
Yeah, Pixel's almost done with the Gobies, so I think he'll be fine. He doesn't have to do everything, because he's already shot all the eggs in the statues. Now he's on the final pyramid where he has to activate something and pour the water. Should be good. So he missed a Mumbo token, but he's going back for it.
Yeah, that's the thing with Xbox too, is that you gotta collect a bunch of extra Mumbo tokens, so you have to kind of plan your route around that as well, due to being in Mumbos and having to turn into the termite to actually get up the tower. So throughout the run, they actually do grab some extra ones that might be a little bit slower, but you need to do the Xbox version.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why he does Clankers second. There's some Mumbo tokens in there he collects as well that N64 runners do. Alright, Pixel just pulled off a pretty good jump on that statue. It's kinda hard to pull that one off, but he got it.
Good news, Skip.
Yeah.
Oh. Unlucky that he fell. But there's still another jump that you can do here to get over the wall, and it's not too bad of a time loss.
If you saw a grunty button during that maze, you don't really need to activate it since you already got the grunty layer jiggy inside the tomb.
Yeah, there's a lot of different layer jiggies that you can actually clip through and collect without actually hitting the witch switch, like in Freeze's Peak as well. Since you can extend Banjo's hitbox and abuse that.
Yeah. Godfather's entering the cactus. It's like he made it out safely. I think he might land when he gets to Jiggy.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
he
did do
landed
the
there.
dance, which is technically faster than staying in flight. And he's got a lot of health to spare, so actually that's really good for him. Yeah, Gobies is definitely one of the harder levels, especially when it comes to races, just because after doing tricks like Gobi Clip and stuff like that, you often have low health, so I'm not sure if they did it or not. I missed that part, but...
Yeah, Pixel got the Goku clip in one try,
Oh, nice.
and Godfather didn't. He had to do the other way, where you shoot the eggs in the nose.
Yeah, that's only about 20 seconds slower, so it's not a huge deal, but it's also a lot safer, so you get some advantage from it.
So Godfather's doing a really different route. Usually want to collect those notes at the last section of the level.
Pixel's coming up on the last notes here, and he's just going to do a death warp on the last notes and spawn back at the start of the level and leave. So Pixel is still a fair bit ahead considering the death.
Yeah. 4 HP to do that section, or you can just gold feather it. Pixel's now making his way to activate Mad Monster Mansion, which is a little far away, but gotta get there anyway.
Yeah, Mansion's one of the most out of the way levels we have to actually open. It takes a long time to get there and back with all the swimming, and yeah, you can actually technically clip through it, but you have to have levitate, and you can't get up there without it, so unfortunately you can't get in the level without actually opening it from the puzzle.
There's a way to skip one of those alcoves if you let that fish hit you. It looks like he's just taking the regular way. I have no idea, Star. I feel like Gobi Clip is random.
I wouldn't say quite. It's not perfect, completely random. There's certain angles that work, and there's actually some weird thing that most runners find with if you get the second ring that appears right behind Gobi, and you grab that second ring before doing Gobi Clip, it makes it easier. No one really knows why that happens, but it appears to actually work that way.
Yeah, death warping is really abused. Saves time.
Yeah, and in Xbox version you can actually do extra death warps. Since you can't lose notes, you'll see that more in the future of the run.
Godfather's almost done with Gobi. I think he's about like 2 minutes behind. No idea what Godfather's doing though. He's been taking different routes than what we usually do.
Pixel's also doing quite a bit of a different route actually for Mansion here. I haven't seen this Xbox route for Mansion.
Yeah, it's really different. Usually when I get that last Jinjo, which spawns the Jiggy, and then you jump in the water and just cancels the Jiggy dance.
And Rpgodfather finishes not too far behind. So this is a pretty tight race.
Yeah, anything can happen. Alright, what's coming up is a section called Matan, where you have to play the piano in a certain order that's always the same and never changes. So you just have it memorized, or you can just use a cheat sheet.
Yeah, one of the things with having separate categories for Xbox version and N64 version is there's not a ton of Xbox runners, so if they were on a separate leaderboard, it wouldn't be, it would almost feel like two kind of separate communities, I guess, and theirs would be just not, it wouldn't be the same, but I don't think a lot of people have a problem with it, so I don't think it's too big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not as bad as like using an emulator. Because you can do a whole bunch of stuff in an emulator that regular console and 64 can't.
Rpgodfather actually got the damage boost up to the puzzle.
Yeah, on that alcove I was explaining earlier. Yeah, you got that.
It's pretty tricky actually to get, consistently at least. So I'm pretty surprised that he actually went for it.
Yeah, because that fish can move randomly, so...
Yo, Heg, how's it going? So I actually took no damage from going off the church roof there.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, he actually just took 2 damage from the ghost though.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's doing a death orb.
Intentional.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always ground pound recoil from the top to the bottom, but it can be risky if you hit like the T-heat midway.
Yeah, if you hit the T-heat, it'll actually re-add all the falling speed that you had, so you can die pretty much guaranteed, unless you get a lucky rat-a-tat wrap or something while you're falling. But it's definitely risky. Yeah, there definitely is some advantages, however N64 is still faster due to text skipping being a major factor.
Yeah, Pixel's doing a completely different route. Never seen that.
And Rpgodfather is just entering MMM, so... both routes will be going now.
Collecting all 4 notes at the beginning. Usually you just collect the left ones. He's entering that window. Kinda weird because you want to go in there as a pumpkin. Pixel's doing a minigame called Tumblr. You basically just gotta spell Banjo-Kazooie, like you did in Treasure Trove.
Yeah, and it can be a real pain due to the ghost constantly getting in your way, so you have to almost make certain cycles to get to the letters before actually taking a hit from the ghost. Otherwise your whole cycle gets messed up. Yeah, Pixel is in the lead by about 2 minutes, I would say. But I can't really tell since the routing differences.
Yeah, the reason Pixel is opening those windows because he has to enter them later as the pumpkin. Some of the windows he can just open as regular Banjo-Kazooie. They have notes and you can collect them.
Yeah, it looks like it's an insanely close race because they're doing the same parts right now, but
yeah, no, Pixel's
they're doing different things.
Yeah, what they just did is a napper skip. Like the floor, the napper would have woke up and you wouldn't be able to get the Jiggy unless you exit the house and come back in.
No, you can't skip text in the Xbox version, but you can usually speed it up in most areas.
This maze can be a little bit tricky. The teehees are most likely gonna hit you. I'm not sure if Xbox runners do this, but usually you'd want to go to the honey hive and jump on the hedge.
Both of them at the same time, wow.
At least they got extra Mumbo tokens, so...
Both of them having a little bit of trouble with this hedge jump, but they both get it now, so... And these rippers can be a little bit of a pain, so most people try to kill them as opposed to avoiding them, but you can avoid them, and it's very fast, but it's also very difficult.
Pixel's going in the window for resources. They're shooting eggs in the FU pots. That's how you get another Jiggy. Sounds like they're saying FU, but they're really just saying thank you. You only need to shoot one egg. I don't know why Pixel's shooting 3. To be safe, I guess. It's having a really bad time trying to get up there, wow. I've never seen that. It's usually pretty easy to get up there.
Yeah, and also something that's notable is when Xbox people do, like, Tumblr, like Rpgodfather is currently doing. At the end, he grabs all the notes, because that way he can do it, like, during text, so sometimes people that play Xbox do certain things during text box to allow them to save a little bit of time. So here you see that RP grabbed 2 notes already, because he doesn't have to wait for the text to grab the Jiggy, so he can just instantly grab it.
No, the pots say thank you, it's just the accent that makes it sound like he's saying F you. It's a British accent.
Yeah, and the reason we leave that Jiggy there by the last pot is so that you can grab it as the pumpkin, which allows you to skip the dancing animation.
And Godfather tried to do the Jinjo Jiggy skip and jumping in the water, but he failed to do it. Usually what you want to do. Seems like Pixel's about to finish up the level. Just needs a few more notes and he should be good.
Yeah, and the reason that we end Mansion as the pumpkin is because at the end, when you go back to the lair, you have to hit a switch to make RBB accessible. So, since you can't get there any other way, you have to finish with the pumpkin, even though it's not necessarily the fastest way of doing it.
That last part as the pumpkin can be a little bit tricky, trying to jump on the hedge, but just take some practice. Should be fine. And since he's transformed, he doesn't do the jiggy dance, so safe sign.
Alright, so now he's gonna go to raise the water so that he can access Rusty Bucket Day. Rpgodfather actually has 32 Mumbo tokens, which is a lot. He's actually gonna do the ground pound.
Oh, no.
Hit that ghost.
Wow.
That was really close. So if he hit that ghost, his only possible way out of it would have been to like panic spam for a Rat-a-tat Rap or a Flutter and hope for the best. Because if he hit that ghost, he more than likely would have died.
Would have been funny, but yeah, he would have died. Yeah, he's really ahead of Mumbo tokens. You usually want to be like 10 Mumbo tokens ahead after you transform.
Xbox doesn't reset exactly the same way as an N64, so it actually takes longer to actually reset the whole console and then open Banjo-Kazooie. So yeah, he has to exit it and then reopen.
Seems like as an Xbox runner, you have to collect a lot of Mumbo tokens that are out of the way. He's now entering Freeze Easy Peak. I'm not sure if the route's different, but we'll see. He's doing a section called the Twinklies. Pretty much, you gotta get those Christmas lights inside the tree without those alligator chomp things. But if you just abuse the camera by not looking at them, they won't actually eat them. They'll make the sound, but they're not actually eating them. And you just exit around like 47 seconds or 48. Finishing up Mad Monster Mansion. No idea if Pixel will go for Yellow Star or not.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's necessarily worth it in races unless you're 100% consistent at it, because it's a very risky strat. If you mess it up, you lose, 30-40 seconds, and it only saves about 4 seconds.
Yeah. Seems like you went for half Yellow Star. That's good.
Yeah. Now Rpgodfather is just gonna Death Warp, and he'll be on his way to freeze easy.
You ended up with 16 tokens, wow. The Pixel just beak bombed into the pipe. E. You'll see him do that after the level's over.
Yeah, that's just another way that you can extend Banjo's hitbox to abuse it and grab items where they didn't intend for you to actually get them. So when Pixel climbs the tree there, you can see that he's doing quick climbs, which is a really hard strat to do perfectly, and if you don't do it perfectly, you actually lose time doing it, so it's definitely something that takes a lot of practice to actually do well.
Now this section, he has to take out these slushes in a certain order, because that's how the route works. And after he finishes doing that, oh, he landed. That's not good.
Yeah, so basically he beak bombed from too far away and actually ended up just bouncing into him, and then when he bounced off, he just recoiled and landed. So that was pretty unlucky. He just needs to get a little bit closer next time, and he'll be good.
Yeah, when you're killing the slushes, you want to recoil closer to the other slushes, that way you save time. Now he'll beak bomb into the Mumbo Hut. Yeah, he got hit, but that's fine. Godfather now enter freeze easy. Now since Pixel is the walrus, he's not gonna do the boggy race. First boggy race.
And as the walrus, you don't take any damage from the water, where you do as Banjo, so that's why you try to collect all the notes that are in the water here. And then collect some in the race as well.
Alright, buggy race started. Get your wahays out, you guys. Try to go for that other note. I think you got it. Wahey!
1A, 1K. Yeah, so as you go through this race, you want to grab as many notes and items as you possibly can. So on the second race, you'll also grab other items and a Jinjo, and that way you get the most things you can as you're doing the boggy race. And since he rubber bands, you can't go too fast, otherwise he might just go really, really fast and pass you at the very end, and losing a boggy race can lose you over a minute, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, you kind of want to stay behind boggy most of the race. That walrus, even if you're playing an N64, that walrus, you can't skip his text. You can speed it up, but you can't skip it. That's the only one you can't skip.
Yeah, that's the only text that you can't skip, besides the ones that you have to accept a challenge in, so Boggy and Vile.
Yeah. It's like Godfather is gonna collect the notes in the snowman. Boggy racing as a not so experienced runner.
Ooh, he actually got sniped by the slush there. That was unlucky.
Yeah. Sniper. And Pixel's making his way to go for the second boggy race, but he's gonna collect some notes before that.
Yeah, it is possible to collect these during the race, but it's definitely takes a lot of practice, so can't blame him for playing safe in a race.
And since Xbox is less laggy, he doesn't really need to collect those notes while the camera's zoomed in, unless you really want to. It's like Godfather's getting all the slushes. He's not landing.
Nope. That one was a little low.
Oh, he missed it.
But that's not too big of a deal. Oh!
Oh, that's a big deal, though.
Yeah, so one of the things with the slushes that's an issue when it comes to beak bombing them is when they throw the snowball, they actually move their head and that can cause you to mistime your beak bomb, and if you do that, then you might actually just miss him entirely and crash land, kind of like he just did.
Yeah, and they always like hop around, so it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, and that's why it's a good thing when you can get the beak bomb from out of range, because that way you don't have to worry about him moving as much.
Alright, now Pixel's going for the second boggy race. Three, 2, 1, go! It's Wahey time, you guys.
Wahey 1K!
Spam your Wahey 1K. Alright, he's going for left leg, so... It's kinda hard to get left leg if you don't practice it.
Yeah, and then this one you actually grab the Jinjo. Since Banjo is faster, it's easier to grab the Jinjo during this one. And also you can, most people like to grab 2 notes off the roofs as Banjo, but it's a little bit easier as the Walrus, is what I find, so I also actually do it as the Walrus to grab 2, and then 1 is Banjo, but that's more just personal preference, I guess.
I think he skipped that Mumbo token right there. I guess it's fine because he has so many. Looks like Godfather's going for his first boggy race, so it's double Wahey.
Wahey again!
Double Wahey in chat.
Wahey 2K.
This is almost finished with the level. He collected those gold feathers even though he's already maxed out. It's kind of weird. Now since he has all 10 jiggies, he has to stop and do the jiggy jig dance.
Oh.
You have the same problem I got, right?
Yeah.
That's weird. The whole screen just stopped. Easel help, please.
Alright, we're good, It's back.
Alright, yeah. Just freaking out. It's like, is it me? Did I screw up?
This is one of the harder segments of the lair, where Pixel is right now. Getting the eye jiggy and then going over to this one. This one where the witch switch jiggy is, and you have to beak bomb the wall to extend Banjo's hitbox, grab it, and then head over to Rusty Bucket Bay.
Yeah, you can beak bomb into that tunnel, but it's pretty difficult to do.
Yeah, it's pretty risky. If you do it just a slight bit wrong, you can end up landing, and that's about a minute mistake or more.
Doesn't seem like anyone has Wishy-Washy or T-Rex in these races yet. I'd like to see one.
Yeah, so basically the way that Wishy-Washy and T-Rex work is when you transform at Mumbo's hut, basically there's a small chance that it has a little joke in it where you either transform into a washing machine or you're supposed to transform into a T-Rex, but it doesn't work. And basically, it's just completely RNG whether it happens or not, and there's nothing you can do about it, so you just gotta hope it doesn't happen in your runs, because it can be up to 10-second time loss.
Yeah. I think Wishy-Washy is like 1 in 40 chance, and T-Rex is like 100. 1 in 100 chance. Still pretty funny to happen though. Alright, Pixel's making his way to open up RPB. Bucket Bay. Most annoying level because it has a lot of stuff that you can die in.
Yeah, RBB is notorious for being a really annoying late game killer, and it's only at the beginning of the level really that's the biggest risk, which is the engine room.
Yep. Deadly engine room.
You have to basically damage cancel to get through a certain area. You'll see it in a minute.
You get hit with that boombox.
Alright, so he just entered the engine room. He's gonna grab this honeycomb, and then he's gonna grab this mumbo token, and this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, because if you do one little mistake, you fall to your death, and there's no way of saving it.
Yeah, there's a pipe under the engine room that you can land on, but you're just stuck there. There's nothing you can do, just accept your fate.
So normally what you would do is you'd hit little switches in the ship to slow down these fans, but we're not going to do that because you can actually damage boost off of them, and if you go through the blades fast enough, you get through with some invincibility frames.
Yeah, there's some buttons in the engine room where you slow down the propellers outside. You need that so you can get a Jiggy that's stuck inside the propellers.
And then right here there's a clip, and it's on a pretty precise angle, so once you understand it, you can kind of play with it, and it'll actually just clip you through the wall, the corner of the wall in the window, and it's actually makes it a lot easier to get to the back of the ship and collect the Jiggy without having to go through the fan blades again.
Yeah, he got the trophy for good luck. There's a myth where it's easier just to get the trophy and clip quickly, but I don't think so.
Well, it's not exactly a myth, it's true, however, it's just grabbing items in general. So if you grab just like the egg in front of the door, like you're good to go. You don't need to grab the trophy all the way to the side.
Oh.
Yeah, it helps, it creates a little bit of lag and makes it a little bit easier. Pixel a little low on air here, he's gonna have to get up out of the water immediately, since it takes twice the air underwater here.
Yeah, so all the whale. Could have done worse, you get him stuck in the propellers and you had to reset. Reset the level. But it's not that bad since he's an Xbox runner. Doesn't have to collect the next game.
RP just finished his free ZZ Peak, so he'll be on his way to RDB after he does the lair jiggies.
Now he's activating a room where it has a boss. There's a way to not do that whole section, but I think only Task can do that. Where you clip right inside the boat. I think this is the only boss in the game. Unlike Banjo-Kazooie where it has nothing but bosses. So you can skip the whole boss animation with just shooting eggs.
Yeah, so Pixel, what he did there was he actually went for a damage cancel where basically if you grab the Jiggy and get hit by the boss at the same time, it will skip the whole dance animation, but if you mess that up, basically you'll just land, grab the Jiggy, and you'll dance while inside the box and take the damage anyway. So you can also gold feather him while you're grabbing the Jiggy, and it will just make him disappear entirely. So there's, you know, a reward to getting the damage cancel. However, if you don't get it, it can lose some time.
Grimlet almost just bit the crap out of Pixel. These things are scary. Ooh, you missed it. I think you have to skip that token.
Yeah, not too big of a deal, but it might cost him a little bit of time.
This last room can be a little annoying due to those chompers, they're so small. Try to rat attack kill them, you're more likely to get hit. So it's easier to just roll. Looks like he dunked in the acid. Still fine because he doesn't need all his HP.
Yeah, one of the annoying things about like any liquid area that you land in Talon Trot that you can take damage from, so like the acid pool there, or in like FP's water, like if you're in Talon Trot and you land in that water, you actually sink after taking the damage every time, so it actually can lose a lot more time than just falling in regular water by accident, and yeah, it can add up.
Kinda look like Pixel's going for a boat jump. Saves more time, but he's going for a safe strat. And he also got the cutscene skip.
Rpgodfather is on his way to the engine room, so hopefully he makes it through just as good as Pixel, and this will be a good race.
Yeah, that was a good kitchen by Pixel. I have to gold feather and get that. There we go. There's a way of getting it, but nobody really does it, where you jump on the edge of the bed and then just hit the wall. You can get the Jiggy right through the wall. Godfather is still alive in the engine room. Oh, yeah, he's alive. Hardest part is coming up though. Get through those propellers inside engine room where you like do a ground pound. Much safer, but it's not as quick as the other way.
Ooh, wow, that was weird.
Yeah, that's the pipe I was talking about. You can land right there.
Yeah, the one thing that pipe is actually useful for is you can kind of use it to jump out of bounds, and that way you don't lose a life, but unless you're on 0 lives and trying to stop from gaming over, it's not that good.
That Grimlet pixel just passed by, can easily just hit you. It's so close.
Yeah. So this is a really good thing for Pixel. He's definitely got a big lead now. That's one of the risks of playing N64 versus Xbox is he's gonna have to recollect all these notes, and then I'll go all the way back to the engine room and do it all over. So luckily the engine room is at the start of the level, so it's not completely over for him, but it is, you know, a minute or more time loss. Oh wow.
That's unfortunate.
Wow.
Almost fell.
That's really unfortunate.
Almost fell during the cogwheel, but he definitely fell when he killed that Grublin. Yeah, engine room is probably the worst thing in the game. Next to Furnace Fun, that is.
So Pixel's coming up to the last segment of the game here, where I don't know if he does this Jinjo skip or not, but it's coming up, and basically what you're doing is there's two versions of it where you can either jump off and try and pick up the Jiggy while you're jumping off, and that's very difficult to do and time properly. Or you can jump from, let the Jiggy land and jump from in the water, and without touching the platform, grab the Jiggy, and it thinks you're still in the water. Okay, he's going for that one, but Snacker came up, so he went and got the Jiggy anyway.
Yeah, there's two ways of getting that. There's two ways of getting that skip.
Alright.
Part can be a little tricky sometimes due to those life preservers, those known as float Sam. It can be a real pain, so you gotta kill them.
And this is the last room, so he doesn't mind taking extra damage here.
Yeah, he's gonna purposely get hit with that big Champa, because he needs to have 1 HP.
So Rpgodfather actually made it through the engine room that time. That's good. Now he's just gotta get the clip.
Yeah, he's got it. Pixel landed in the water. Finish with the level now. Now if you look at the flag in RP Gods, I wear a flag. I think Pixel's going for his 9th grunty layer Jiggy. He's almost done getting those. Needs one more. Now he's making his way to activate Click Luck Wood. This is kind of annoying because it's kind of long like a Mad Monster Mansion.
Yeah, Click Like Wood is the longest level, so it's definitely gonna be interesting. There's a lot of different playstyles to it, and since he's playing on the Xbox version, you'll get to see a new thing that hasn't been streamed on here yet, so a new route. Pixel actually just got Leaf Jump there,
Yeah,
which is a really finicky jump, so...
Yeah, camera can get stuck inside the tree sometimes. You don't do leaf jump correct way, but leaf jump is overall hard to do. This is part of the game where Pixel talks to Brentilda. I think Pixel already talked to Brentilda, so might talk to Brentilda twice.
Yeah, recently we kind of went in and tried to see what Brentildas were faster and what was the best ones to talk to. This one is a good one because it allows you to actually decide whether or not you want to talk to her or not. Because if you're on a PB paced run, oh, he got the grunty text. That's really unlucky because you can't skip it and he can't continue talking and getting the answers, but he's gonna go anyway and continue on without it.
Yeah, you only got 2 of the answers out of the 3 you're usually supposed to get.
Yeah, so, but the reason that people like that one is because you can kind of decide whether if you're on a close to PB pace, you can say, okay, I'll not talk to her just to save a little bit of extra time and hope for good RNG, or you talk to her and you get a little bit less RNG in your run, and your odds are better of not dying in Furnace Fun.
Alright, now he's in Click Wood. That's hardest level in the game. It has 4 seasons that you have to enter individually.
Yeah, so in Spring 1, this is where you can actually transform into Mumbo's transformation. However, you actually need to be the B at the end of the level. So basically you take 2 separate trips to Spring just so that you can do that. And without entering Spring, you can't open the next level. Otherwise, we would just skip Spring entirely, so... What Pixel just did right there is a trick where basically the bees damage you during the cutscene, so you can actually move during the cutscene. That way you save a little bit of time.
Yeah, because during all the cutscenes, Banjo's just stuck there until the cutscene's over.
Pixel really needs to be careful here. He only has 2 health, so if he takes a hit from one of these cluckers, he will be killed instantly. Oh no. And he fell. Oh no.
Oh, he's dead. Rip.
But that's not a giant problem for him because he's playing Xbox, so he just can continue off where he previously died, so it's not too bad. Hopes Rpgodfather catch up a little bit.
It's not that bad. You lose like 50 seconds. I think Pixel's the only person I know that never gets tilted even if he dies. It's like super duper calm.
Yeah, that's a big thing for this too, is when it comes to races, like anyone can win, anyone can die in the race, so, you know, not letting one little mistake frustrate you to the point where you just destroy your own run is a big deal. Just gotta stay focused. Alright, and Pixel's gonna grab that last token and do a death warp, and he's off to Summer.
Alright, Godfather's almost finished with the RBB. He just fell. Supposed to land on top of there to get those notes. Just climb back up.
Alright, so here's the bees, where basically when you're in the hive, you try to defend the Jiggy, and they're pretty hard to kill when you're trying to peck them, and one of them will like hit you from behind while you're pecking one of them. So basically the easiest way is to use the gold feathers so you're invulnerable, and you can just kill them really fast.
Bee Harvey. Look at the Bee Harvey. Yeah, world record is 203 by Stivity Bobo. Good thing he killed that clucker before the button. Because if you kill that clucker and hit the switch at the same time, the clucker respawns. At least on the N64, I don't know about the Xbox version. But I would assume so.
Yeah, it should.
He's collecting these worms to feed Eerie. He needs to feed him 5.
Ooh.
Boy.
Yeah, that's what makes this level so dangerous, is it's got a lot of high places and a lot of enemies that can hit you and make it really difficult to get to where you're trying to go. So playing this level safe is definitely a smart idea, considering it's also the longest level.
Yeah, it's about like 20 minutes or 22 minutes, depending on how good you are.
So Pixel's gonna do a strat here, where instead of doing the summer house jump, you shoot the egg through the back of the house and it extends your hitbox. You can grab that Jiggy. It's a little bit slower than summer house jump, but it is definitely a lot safer.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. Would it be better just to get the Jiggy in Autumn instead?
It's faster than Autumn, actually.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, 100% is everything that's on the total screen, so Jiggy's notes and honeycombs, not mumbo tokens, because those are not on there.
Yeah, it's not required really. So Godfather finished the level.
And Pixel just finishing up summer now.
Gonna enter autumn soon. Autumn, he has to collect like 10 worms to feed Eerie again.
Yeah, so you have to feed Eerie 2 times in this whole thing, and you just have to keep going back up to the Eerie nest. And there's a lot of cutscenes with him, so that takes a long time.
Yeah, you gotta be safe about feeding Eerie, because he can like kick you out the nest if you're too close to him.
And Pixel's actually gonna take some damage there. That's a little bit of a tight spot between the ground and the snare bear. So you have to be careful when doing this.
Like RPG God's making his way to activating Cookbook. Collagens in the game really help save time.
Yeah, it would be a lot.
Yeah, some of the collagens in the game we don't use because that is fast. It's too out of the way.
And here's the last time you see Gobi.
Abuse.
Until Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah, and he gets abused again. The game would be so easy if those cluckers didn't exist.
Yeah, the penalty is pretty bad for dying in this game, but mostly the main reason we allow it on the leaderboards is because, you know, if you're having a personal best run, usually it's hopefully deathless, so it's not as big of a deal there, but in races it can definitely be a big factor. So, it's a trade-off.
Pixel needs about 3 more Mumbo tokens, should be good. Actually, no, he's ahead on tokens. He has 27 and he only needs 25. Now he's gonna go collect the acorns that have like 0 hitbox.
Yeah, these things can be very annoying. Both the acorns and the worms in this level. So you gotta be pretty careful with them.
And Godfather almost fell. Falling off the tree is like just as bad as dying. But not too bad.
Ooh, that was really close, Pixel. Almost getting hit by the cluckers, but he slipped through them.
Yeah, I think he can make a recovery if he gets hit using slope abuse, but then again he's using Xbox, so I don't think it's possible.
And here's the long eerie cutscene. It's the last feeding.
Yeah, we'll see him again later though.
I don't know if Pixel does this clip. Maybe he also does it with Death Warp. I'm not really sure.
He should.
Oh no, he does a different route. So he leaves notes for the end, and then leaves the level. Oh no, he just Death Warps here, I guess.
It's interesting. Yeah, sometimes getting that jiggy the beaver gives you can, like, slow down your frames depending on what it is. Same thing applies to Eerie if you feed him in a weird way. It takes longer. Now Pixel's in the last season, the winter, but you'll have to go back to spring, I think. And that's the last time you'll see Eerie. Oh, I missed.
Rpgodfather actually just got the Gobi ground pound, but he took damage. But luckily, since he hit him before he took the during the ground pound, he activated the cutscene, so the damage taking actually didn't lose time. It just means he has less health, which makes it a little more risky.
I'm not sure if Xbox runners do this, but usually you want to go for winter clip after you're finished with one.
I believe it's possible, but it's very, very like frame perfect. So I don't think he goes for it, but I might be wrong. Because I know on emulator it's
yeah, emulator.
And Xbox has a few similarities to emulator. So
Yeah, one shot. Yeah, an emulator usually do ice clip. He's collecting some final notes, and then he'll activate his grunty button.
Yeah, so he doesn't do winter clips. That's why he deep bombed over to the roof there. He's doing a bit of a different winter route.
Could be gone from centralized club. And Godfather is just killing all the cluckers. He is not taking any chances. Oh no, he's just dying on the fire.
Yeah, and then grab the honeycomb and kill himself before the honeycombs refill, because every time you get a full set of honeycombs like that, you get full health. So that's why he took the damage and then did the death warp. That way his health did not refill.
Yeah, I think the same thing can happen to you when you're collecting the last honeycomb in freezes. I might be wrong.
Yeah, some people used to wait in Mansion, that way their health would refill. But since we reset now, your health automatically refills, so you don't have to actually wait for the honeycombs to do it.
Pixel just paused for a brief moment. He was checking his totals. He has enough stuff. Now he turned into wonderful B Harvey. Oh, he went back in. B Harvey. Collect the final Jinja, which is in the beehive.
Alright, so now Pixel's gonna do a clip out of the hive, and that'll take him back into the lobby when he goes out of bounds. And that'll allow him to just leave the level instantly.
Seems like it's a little bit trickier to do on Xbox.
And now Pixel is completely done collecting items. He just has to do the Furnace Fun and Grunny Fight. Yeah, Deadxxdead played earlier in the tournament against Ace Gamer Sam. So yeah, in Furnace Fun, the actual Furnace Fun board itself is a lot faster. However, you got this long cutscene at the start of it. So, since he has to wait that cutscene, it's pretty slow, but the actual gameplay itself after the cutscene is quite fast by comparison.
There's mini games on the board where he's gonna get these Joker cards, and I'm just gonna skip it. Saves time.
Yeah, and also the grunty squares, if he gets those wrong, it's because he got either a bad pattern or his calculator just gave him the wrong answer. So basically, when he's getting those wrong, it's not necessarily him getting it wrong, it's him getting bad RNG.
Yeah, because the answers are randomized.
Yeah, every new file has random grunt tilde questions. Alright, you got the death square question correct. That's really risky. If you get that wrong, you get instantly killed and thrown off the board into the lava. So if you get the bad RNG of getting a grunt tilde question, and then not only having that, but also not having the correct answer in your calculator, you can't really do anything, and you just gotta hope that the most probable answer is correct. So that's definitely a big run killer if that happens. Pixel is approaching Furnace Fun skip, so basically what he does is he goes onto a death square and he lines up a certain way and answers the question wrong. And that's going to allow him to let the board think that he's dead because he's supposed to be, but you can actually land just on the side of it. That was... I don't know about that positioning. That was an interesting spot.
Yeah, Rpgodfather just fell down.
And one of the big things about Furnace Fun Skip is it skips a really, really long cutscene that you get from completing the Furnace Fun board. So, it's very important that you do it. The game has a calculator, it's called Furnace Fun Calculator, and basically it gives you the most probable answers to the grunt tilde questions, and if you keep putting in the correct ones, eventually it'll narrow down what the correct pattern is for all the questions.
Like the last part of the game is coming up for Pixel. Here it is, grunty fight we've been all waiting for. He doesn't have double HP, which is understandable since good runners usually don't get it.
Alright, so he actually didn't get the eggs there. Or he did get the eggs there, it was just he didn't skip the cutscene or the text box, so it took a few extra seconds there. That's fine.
No major mistakes so far in the grunty fight.
And here comes the hard section, where basically in this section, if you make a small mistake, it kind of messes with your grunty pattern. So you want to try and get all 4 beak bombs in a row, because if you mess up one, it'll often mess up your flow of things, and you kind of have to hit her when she keeps like moving around, and it makes it a lot harder. Luckily, he got all 4 in a row there, so that was really good.
You can ground pound Gruntilda, but usually don't want to do that. You can do the skip in Xbox, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so he shot eggs into the first Jinjo that popped up there, and it allows you to let that little animation that takes a while for the Jinjo to fly up and hit Gruntilda to happen during the cutscene. So you're basically overlapping 2 cutscenes with each other, and it saves a good portion of time. Rpgodfather is in winter now, so...
Yeah, he has some mistakes, like falling, but he's still good.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't die, he'll still be on a pretty good pace. He has 25 Mumbo tokens, which is good.
Oh, he missed the ground pound.
And Pixel's on the Ginginator. Basically, you have to shoot 5 eggs into each side of the Ginginator to activate it, and that's the end of the fight. So, as long as he doesn't die here, he's in the clear. Ooh, Rpgodfather actually getting hit by the snowman there.
Oh wow.
That's
yeah,
really
that can happen.
And Pixel is done.
Oh, look at that, Pixel's done. Wow, we're 228.
A really good
Pixel wins. Yep, bravo by Pixel. That's good. That was really a nice grunty fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. There goes Grunty falling down to her death, but she's actually still alive, so she's not really dead. Some say she's still alive to this day.
So Rpgodfather is actually going to pick this up without flight.
It's a little weird. Usually want to get it while you're flying so you can cancel the animation. Save time. Yeah, good job, Pixel.
This Jinjo can be a little bit of an annoyance. Have to get a good angle, otherwise it's hard to grab him properly.
Yeah, if you get stuck like in the face of Mumbo's hut a little bit, it's gonna get hard to collect that Jinjo.
Rpgodfather actually goes for the right set wrap, which is a little bit harder of a strat than pooping the egg. It's not as safe, but he does have 100 notes now, so that's good. Means he can't lose all his notes. However, he can still lose all the Jinjos, so can't die yet.
I forgot who did it, but somebody did it in a race where they were shooting the eggs to that window next to the flight pad. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it was Bando who did that.
Does RP do winter clips? I wasn't sure. But I guess he is going for it, so here comes the first one. He is gonna get snapped by the snowman though. And he's gonna kill him and he's gonna kill him so that he can do the clip without being disturbed.
Oh wow.
He can definitely be a pain, the snowman, so
This is going again for another try.
that was really good. If you pull down too hard on the thumbstick, you can actually end up landing on the bed when you do that clip, so you gotta be pretty precise with how far you're beak bombing down with Banjo.
He just did a half winter clip.
Yeah, he just did the first one, which is still pretty fast.
That's the ice clip where you just go to the corner and swim up.
And he's done winter. So now he's got Spring 2, which is pretty fast. He just has to grab... I guess he doesn't have those 2 notes anymore, but he just has to go in there, grab the B, and grab the Jinjo, and he should be good to go. He does have enough tokens, so he doesn't need to get that one in the Snare Bear.
Yeah. Pixel collected 2 extra tokens during his run. Rex? No T-Rex. There's a way as playing the B for the entire game, but that's not 100%.
There's the last Jiggy of the level, so now he can just clip out and head over to Furnace Fun.
Yeah, he probably will PB during the race. So I haven't seen any red splits from him. Where is Red Timer?
Yeah, anything can happen in a race. You know, Stiv is definitely a tough competitor, and if he has a good run, the odds of us beating him are very, very slim, but mistakes do happen.
Prick the gods. Cheeto. There's melon grills, you guys. He gives away melons.
Alright, so he's coming up on the first grunny question. He's just typing it in. And he's got a good pattern. He got it correct on the first one, so far so good. Hopefully no deaths in Furnace Fun. Alright, and here's the death square, so hopefully he gets this one correct. Good. That one can definitely be a pain if you don't get the correct answer, having to lose a couple minutes.
Yeah, sometimes the image questions on the death square can be annoying.
This is good for this fun so far. Really good. I shouldn't have said anything. I jinxed it.
Yeah, right.
My bad. It's okay, he's only got one running question left, and then he's got to do Furnace Fun skip. Nice, and he got that question correct as well. Hopefully this works.
Yeah, it
He
seems
was a
like
little quick to line it up.
you gotta take the safe way. Yep, safe way.
And he made it. Everything's good.
I think he was trying to talent trot and he got the honeycomb.
So the reason they kind of hug the far wall there is that way they don't activate the cauldron, which can waste a little bit of time.
Might see dog skip, guys. Dog skip? No. No, maybe next time. He's gonna go for double health.
Yeah, it's always good to be safe.
Look to your right, you see Blubber going off in the sunset.
Yeah, so double health,
Yep,
definitely
double
gonna be good for him in Grunny Fight, as long as he doesn't get knocked off the edge or anything like that.
Yeah,
Should be a good Grunny Fight, and it should be a nice run.
Doesn't beat Bong off the edge. That's weird. It says game over, but and the N64 says the end. The ending.
So the reason that you ground pound there is it's just another version of the damage canceling. So they're gonna use that a lot throughout Grunny Fight, and it's just another strat that you can use to make things fast without using gold feathers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pixel lost. Yeah, he lost the race. The race is a loss if the game doesn't say the end.
So far, so good from Rpgodfather. Now comes the harder part with the flying section.
Oh, he just got hit. Yeah, the flying section is the hardest thing.
Yeah,
Gosh.
luckily he got extra feathers, so... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's why it's so hard to get hit Grunty when she's... when you don't get 4 hits straight away in a row. Is, she kind of stops and starts, and it's kind of hard to predict what she's gonna do, but when you've got her in a cycle and you just hit her over and over, you know exactly what she's gonna do.
It looks like he got
as
it.
soon as he got the first one, the other 3 were easy as pie. So
Doesn't seem like he got the skip. Just needs 2 more of those statues and then the Ginginator will pop up.
yeah.
Alright, now the final phase is coming up. Still has some red health remaining.
Yeah, definitely a good Grunty fight. The double health might not have been necessary, but it's always good to be safe. Give you that extra confidence.
Looks like he'll PB maybe. So close. And the final section, you need to shoot like 5 or 6 eggs into the Ginginator in each of those slots.
It's got 1 hit still on the backside.
We got that side.
There we go.
Gotta PB, guys. He did it.
245-22. Good run.
Yep, GG to be honest.
GG to be honest.
He did it. Congrats, Godfather. Good. Maybe Pixel or Godfather, if you have time, you can hop in for some commentary interview. If not, that's fine. Good stuff, you two.
No worries, Pixel. Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yeah, that's totally fine, dude. Congrats again. It was fun. It's fun commentating for you. And Godfather.
Yeah, awesome runs.
Lazy was here earlier, but his Discord crashed, so I don't know if he's still watching or not. Went to bed. Alright, night, Pixel. Good race. Godfather, if you have time, we can pull you in the voice channel if you wanna give us a rundown of what happened on your run. So you had some errors here and there, and then click clock how you fell down. What a day. Did like 2 commentaries today. They're both good.
Yeah, lots of races. I was pretty surprised at how fast all these races are coming up.
Yeah, a lot of people want to schedule them so early. Not sure why though. Want to get it over with. Yeah, I don't think Godfather wants to join. He's probably tired too. It's fine. Over, I'm not sure if there's any other schedule today. I'll have to check. I don't think so though.
Yeah, I think that's it for Banjo at least. Maybe a Link to the Past or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's a bunch of Link to the Past today on the 5th. Yeah, that's it for Banjo today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, Davey. That was good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good commentation. I'm gonna play a game of this new game mode in League of Legends. Pretty fun. You were doing a run earlier, right, Davey? I know you were behind.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest run. It was just a practice, no reset, so.
You finished all the way with like 3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
How was the furnace one?
Hmm?
How was the furnace one? Was it crappy?
No, that was fine. I was way behind already, so.
Right.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out, so I'll see you later.